Well, if it isn't Project Love Me TV time, I am Rachel Harvest of the Harvest Method, and I have to say that every week when I sit down and get through the script for these talks and think about what I'm writing about for my book and with my clients, I really find the most amazing parallels in my current life, the people around me, and current events. And it is very unfortunate what is going on in our world right now in the current events. And I have to say that this topic I chose weeks ago to talk about today, and am really happy to be talking about it because it fits right in with what we need to do in our world right now. This week is about generosity. And in this week's episode, you will learn why you come first, what giving is and is not, and what most people confuse as giving, and how negative an effect that confusion can have on you, people around you, and the world as a whole. To start, I'm asking that you let go of the idea that you ever should give something of yourself to anyone that you don't have enough of for yourself. I don't mean hoard for a rainy day, and I don't mean to be cheap and skimpy. I truly wholeheartedly and adamantly mean do not give what you don't have enough of. Now, this can create a stir, especially since there are a great many of us who were raised and conditioned to behave and believe that giving is a positive, commendable quality. It is. Please be the giver. Do charitable work. Take supportive actions. Share with the less fortunate. If you have enough for yourself. If you're giving away what you don't have, you're not giving. Giving is a free action. There's no expectation for return. There's no need that arises after you give. There's no lack that results. You have an abundant, extra, overflowing amount, and you hand it over to somebody else. This is pretty simple. Yet, it's, in my opinion, one of the biggest problems in our world. We give thinking we'll get. You give to manipulate another into supplying you with what you need to ask for, or work to develop or heal in yourself. No one owes you anything, and you don't owe anyone else anything either. In designing Project Love Me for myself, I hold this concept very close to my heart. I will completely and fully admit that I am a recovered, manipulative, nice person. There was a time in my life when I used to give everything I had to other people. I'd always be a yes. I'd always do the dirty work. I'd always take responsibility when something got messed up, and I'd always oblige. Underneath all of that, I would berate and punish myself for not getting things perfect. And I would let myself suffer, lose sleep, run out of money, be late, give up meeting my own needs. And I spent a good portion of my late 20s completely neglecting me. And then I really got that it's my job to make sure that I have what I say that I need. And that's when I worked to see and heal what that was. And I started making requests and putting up boundaries and saying no and doing what I wanted to do so I could be real and authentic and happy and whole in my life and with other people, because that translates into me giving to others like you right now. I don't get anything out of making these videos. I do this for you guys to share what I'm up to and what I write about. And I couldn't really talk about this if I hadn't been there before, and I made it to here. So when you give and neglect yourself, you create lack. You punish yourself. You feel lost, broken, worn out, and tired. And then all of that scarcity and aloneness starts. You start thinking and acting like you aren't enough. You don't have enough. You're surviving and you're scared. It's fight or flight mode when you don't give generously to yourself. We talked about momming yourself 2 weeks ago. Go back and watch the video if you haven't. And I'm going to go with that analogy here because it works here as well. When you generated 2 weeks ago what an ideal mom would be and thought of all the ways she would act, you were generating exactly how you will mom yourself, right? You were creating the rules and regulations you need to set up to make sure that you are fulfilled and generously loving, supporting, and honoring yourself. And now you have a bunch more reasons why it's not fluff and bubbles and rainbows. Project Love Me is practical and necessary. It does not work for you to lose you in any exchange in this life, because if you're counted on to show up for somebody else, you gotta show up for yourself first. You have to be that good to you so you can give. It's a pop culture reference in my world, but maybe you haven't heard this reference. When you get on an airplane, the flight attendant goes through all the safety precautions. When she talks about the oxygen mask coming down, what does she say? Remember to put your own oxygen mask on before helping another. That's a life lesson, kiddos. You gotta be able to breathe yourself to help somebody else. And I really see that right now in our world. There's a lot of judging and a lot of commentary about what's happening elsewhere and how people are bad and wrong, and we need to fight back and we need to figure out a way to fix everything. And we all know, we've all heard, and we really have to get that I and you cannot change the world. All you can change is you. All I can change is me. And one major way to do that is to turn it inward, to give yourself all the love and needs met and honor that you possibly can, and then let that reflect outward. Because what's on the inside reflects on the outside. And if this is what we're seeing, we're not taking care of numero uno. And I really want to encourage that. So what is something you need to pause and reset so that you are filled up and taken care of? Is it the hours of sleep you get in a night? Whether or not you have regular meals, moments of rest or contemplation in your day, exercise? Think of one self-care need you have that you're going to generously give to yourself this week. I want you to share that in the comment section below this video. Subscribe to this channel. Share this video and go hit up theharvestmethod.com for more insight and love, and to book with me so I can coach you health coaching, nutritional counseling. I'm a registered dietitian and behavioral health coach. So that's what I'm really here for you. And I want to give you lots of love, and I will see you next week. Have a great night.